I'm DJ LoStax. This is Sunday Gunday. You guys probably noticed I'm not wearing my notorious Sunday Gunday shirt, but that's because we weren't going to shoot this weekend until I got this package in the mail. I'll be showing you guys that up next. So last week on Instagram, a company called Toxic Targets did a giveaway in honor of selling their 100th small silhouette target. And basically the way this contest worked is Chad over at Toxic Targets, he posted a video, and basically what it said was comment on this video, tag a friend, and he's going to set a timer on his phone. Once that timer ends, the last person that commented wins those targets. Now he started this around, I want to say like 7:45 at night, and I started commenting, a bunch of us were commenting. This thing got up to like 3,000 comments, or maybe even more than that. And I finally went to bed around 1 a.m. because I had to work the next day. I was tired of commenting, so I was basically giving up. And then that morning, I decided, well, what the heck? The contest is still going on. I'll go ahead and comment one more time. So I commented one last time that morning before I got in the shower. And then I got out, I got ready for work, and I'm walking out the door to go to work, and my buddy who I had tagged in it, Matt Thompson, he's also my roommate. He's not out here today, sadly. But he calls me up and he's like, hey man, we won. And I'm like, there's no way we won. Sure enough, I go to my Instagram, winners. Shortly after that, Chat from Toxic Targets, private messaged me, asked me for my address, and then now here about a week later, got the package. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and open this thing up. Yeah, the tape's cut because I had to at least take a look at them. Now, the first one we have here is the 3/8 inch thick AR-15 steel small silhouette. Now this sucker is rated, you can shoot handguns all the way up to 223, 308. That, obviously the larger caliber, they have to be shot at 100 yards or so, possibly farther. I am going to take a few shots at this sucker at 150 yards. Might not be able to get those shots in today, but I'm going to try. And we also won a 1/4 inch small silhouette. Now this, I believe, is rated for handgun only. So that's going to be your 9mm up to probably 40, 45. And we also have the hardware kit here. Now Chet was nice enough to send us a set of these T-post hangers as well, so I appreciate that. Thank you, Chet. So we got our nuts, washers, carriage bolts. Let me grab a wrench and I'll put these things together. Alright, now these things are pretty easy to put together. You just throw a carriage bolt through there. Put your bracket on. Washer. Now typically my steel targets, I use the nylon lock nuts. Now we'll see if these come loose with vibration or not. If they do, what you can do is just put 2 bolts on instead of 1, and that'll kind of lock them together. Or I might have some 3/4 inch, I actually believe these are 1/2 inch, lock washers up at the house. So then I got my trusty wrench here. Just gonna snug these down. Now on to the 3/8. Now as far as the direction of this bracket goes, I'm assuming that it goes this way, just because of the cuts that he put on the bracket itself. These angled cuts would make me think that it goes that way. You could possibly put it this way too. I'm not sure if it's going to make a difference. I doubt it will. It'll probably just hang a little lower. Boom, 3/8. All right, now next I actually robbed a couple T-posts from the garden. Hopefully my dad doesn't get too upset about that, but I'm gonna pound those suckers in the ground, hang these things up, and throw some bullets at them. Alright, so we got the target set up, but one thing that I did notice, well, two things actually. If I would have looked at the brackets first, I would have realized that the T-post had to go in a certain direction. So you need the flat edge of the T to the back, and then the long, narrow part of the post facing forward. Now, another thing that I noticed is these T-posts are a little different. This one, I guess you call it the leg of the T, is shorter, so it actually brings the bottom of the target out more. Now this one is longer, so it's pushing the target down more. So basically the bracket on the T-post is not on as steep of an angle with this one as it is this one, which is making this target tilt more. Which I don't think it's going to be an issue. If anything, it's just going to help the bullets deflect to the ground, more than this one will. But up next, I'm going to shoot these suckers and let you know what I think about them. All right, so we're out here at about 15 yards or so. Gonna throw a couple magazines down range at these toxic targets and let you know how things go. Oh yeah, we're shooting my trusty Glock 19. That was 3 magazines. I got one 17 round mag. It's the 15 round stock Glock 19 mag with the Hive +2 extension on it. And then I threw 2 of the Magpul 15 round Glock mags as well. Now I'm gonna take the camera down there and show you guys what we got. Alright, just first looks here. There's minimal damage to this 1/4-inch target. Like, I don't know what kind of paint Chet uses, but it's great. I mean, just look at it. Look at this one compared to my other steel. Like, this is just red spray paint, but it just blows right off. Basically, every time I come out here, I gotta repaint these things. Now the 3/8, same thing, held up pretty darn well. One thing I did notice that I like about some of my other targets, like this one in particular here. This is just a scrap piece of steel. This is AR-15 actually, but I just kind of got this rigged up with a spring, and you get a real nice tinging, that that noise that you want from steel. You really get this out of this. Now this one, I think if we hung it from chains instead of this T-post mount, you get a little more noise out of it, but it's also pretty darn thick. Now this one, actually, it produced some pretty good noise. I'm not sure why. I'm thinking probably just because of the thickness of the steel, with it being only a 1/4 inch thick, it allows it to get a little more ring to it, which, I mean, that's not a huge deal. It's just kind of cool to hear, you know. Alright guys, that basically concludes this week's Sunday Gunday. So make sure you go check out toxictargets.com. Chat over there. Real awesome guy. You know, I follow them on Instagram. That's actually how I won these targets. You know, I'm beyond grateful for that. I'm basically the guy that could, you know, I could buy 90% of the raffle tickets and still lose the raffle. So the fact that I won these things is, you know, it's awesome. Still blows my mind that I actually won. So thank you, chat. I look forward to buying some more of your guys' products for sure. I'm trying to build the range up slowly. Steel's obviously expensive, but if I keep winning these Instagram contests, I'll have plenty of steel here in no time. So as always, you know, give this video a like, and please subscribe, and please go check out toxictargets.com and like them on Instagram. See you guys next time.